What is up? Back here with another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my thoughts and opinions on someone or something going on in this wacky weird wrestling world. As you can tell by the title below, this one would be a video where I share my thoughts on Nigel McGuinness. Before I share my thoughts and opinions on him, would love to know what yours are on Nigel down in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated. When it comes to Nigel, I am definitely more familiar with him in the ring or on commentary, whether it's for AEW, Ring of Honor, or WWE, than I am for his wrestling career. And that is because by the time I started watching Ring of Honor, he was doing commentary for them. He started doing commentary in 2011 for the company, and I don't even know when the last time he had a Ring of Honor match was. Probably like 2009 time period. At that time, internet was definitely around, so I probably could have hopped on a couple of different websites and whatnot. And according to Cage Match, the last match he had for Ring of Honor was September 26, 2009. Kind of deal, where I think that was still both of their Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness's last match at that time. But either way, I bring that up because I'm more familiar with him as a commentator than as a wrestler. And honestly, I really like and enjoy him over the last 13 or so years as a commentator. Definitely found, I don't want to say his place, because again, this is coming from somebody that only seen one of his matches in real time, and that was just a couple of weeks back, and even then I didn't really see it because I wasn't watching All In and whatnot. He had a bunch of independent shows from 09 to 2011, TNA, Impact Wrestling as well. But again, for you could tell in Ring of Honor in 2011, 2012, he was trying to find his footing and whatnot in ROH, and eventually he found his footing, got him to WWE, eventually got let go, and brought him back to ROH in a way, but with WWE or with AEW after leaving WWE. And it is one of those things where I have the Last of McGuinness DVD, and it's one of those things where it's super emotional if you watch it back in like up until 2024, or maybe not 2024, I would say 2016. Like, his lifelong goal was to make it to WWE, and he had that chance. He messed up his arm. WWE took back the contract, and in 2016, lo and behold, he signed with the WWE. Granted, it was a commentator role, not as a wrestler, but just knowing that story after watching the DVD, super inspirational. Then, like I said, getting let go and having his match at Wembley Stadium for All In for AEW. He looked really, really good, not gonna lie. And again, it's one of those things, if you knew the story of Nigel McGuinness, it's super inspirational kind of deal. Him as a commentator, it's one of those things. For myself personally, I would much rather hear him as a commentator than see him as a wrestler. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to see him as a wrestler and whatnot. Hopefully he'll get his match against Bryan Danielson at some point, but it's one of those things how do I put this? I would much rather see him as a commentator over a wrestler over nothing. Personally, being selfish. But again, there's more to life than just wrestling. But yeah, for myself personally, it is one of those things where my honest thoughts, I like him. He's one of the few wrestlers that I legitimately got starstruck for. Met him in 2013, shook his hand. He seemed pretty approachable. Met him again in 2014, and he was the one having a conversation with me, asking me questions when I'm just a random fan he probably had no idea existed, because he probably forgot that we met the year prior because it was nothing memorable to him, kind of deal. But yeah, I'll always appreciate Nigel McGuinness the wrestler. I don't know him the human, don't know his real name, any of that. For all I know, his real name could be Nigel McGuinness. I don't think it is. Could be wrong. But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. Would love to know what yours are on Nigel McGuinness down in the comments below.